Hey there. If you're a dog owner in Concord, New Hampshire, then you already know this place has a little bit of everything, right? So today, we're going to break down how you can find the perfect trainer to help your dog handle it all with confidence. I mean, one minute you might be navigating the crowds at market days, and the next you're looking for some peace and quiet on a walk along the Merrimack River. Life here in Concord is just this great mix of city energy and beautiful nature.
So that leads to a pretty important question, doesn't it? How do you get your dog ready to be a happy, well-behaved buddy through all these different situations? Well, it really all starts with finding the right training.
Okay, so let's jump right in. First, let's talk about what training really means for life right here in the state capital. And spoiler alert, it's about more than just sit and stay. It's about building that real-world confidence. This right here, this is the goal. We're talking about a dog that can walk politely down Main Street, that doesn't lose its mind when another dog passes on the trail, and that can just be a calm, happy member of the family at home. And you know what? That is a totally achievable goal.
So, how do you actually find the person who can help you and your dog get there? Let's get into the nitty-gritty of how to spot a quality professional who's going to be the best fit for you.
Honestly, this is the best place to start your search, period. A trainer who focuses on positive, reward-based methods is going to build a relationship based on trust, and they'll make learning fun for your dog. So, what even is positive reinforcement? Well, it's a science-backed idea where you reward your dog for making good choices. The reward could be a tasty treat, their favorite toy, or just some good old praise. It's effective, it's humane, and it creates a dog that actually wants to work with you. Okay, let's make sense of all these letters, because I know it can look like a bowl of alphabet soup. The CPDDK is a really solid foundational one. It means a trainer has passed a big exam on things like learning theory and ethics. Then there's KPA-CTP. That comes from the Karen Pryor Academy, a huge name in positive reinforcement. Now, for more complex issues, like serious fear or anxiety, you might look for something more specialized. The IAABC-CDBC and the CBCKA show that a trainer has done advanced work in animal behavior.
All right, next up, let's talk about how the training actually happens. You've got options, so let's look at the most common formats to figure out what might work best for you and your dog.
You can really think of this as two main paths. Group classes, they're awesome for teaching your dog to focus when there are other dogs and people around, which is great for socialization. On the other hand, you've got private sessions. These are perfect for tackling things that happen right in your own home, like barking at the doorbell or jumping on guests, because the trainer can tailor everything just for you. There are also a couple of more intensive options out there. Day training is a fantastic choice if you're short on time. Basically, the trainer does the heavy lifting during the day and then shows you how to keep up the progress. Then there's board and train, which is super immersive. Your dog actually lives with the trainer for a while. These are usually for working on some pretty significant behavior goals. Let's get practical and talk money. We'll go over what you should probably budget for training here in Concord, and just as important, what you absolutely need to ask before you hire anyone. Okay, here's a general idea of the costs you can expect in the Concord area for 2025. A multi-week group class might be a couple $100, while a package of private in-home lessons is, a bit more of an investment. And then those really intensive programs like board and train, those are the biggest financial commitment, which makes sense since it often includes round-the-clock care. So just to put a finer point on it, a single private lesson to work on one specific thing will usually land you somewhere in this range. It's actually a really good way to get some targeted help without having to commit to a whole package right away. When you're talking to a potential trainer, you should treat it like an interview, because it is. This checklist covers the big stuff. You really want to know their methods and their qualifications. Ask them how they plan to help your specific dog, and please always get total clarity on costs and cancellation policies right up front. Okay, let's bring it all back home. We'll connect everything we've talked about to being a responsible dog owner right here in Concord, covering local laws and even the best spots to practice your new skills. This is the big one, folks. In Concord, your dog has to be on a leash and under your control everywhere in public, unless you're at a designated dog park. So good leash skills aren't just polite, they're actually the law. And here are a few other key responsibilities to keep in mind. Your dog needs a current rabies shot and has to be licensed with the city every year. Oh, and be aware that if your dog is barking non-stop, it can become a noise issue. That's another thing a good trainer can definitely help with. Now, once you start training, you're going to need places to practice, right?
Concord has some fantastic spots. Terrell Park is awesome for safe, fenced-in, off-leash time. White Park is perfect for practicing those leash skills with everyday distractions. And Rollins Park or nearby Bear Brook are great for working on focus out on the trails.
Really, what this all comes down to is that taking the time to find the right person sets you up for success. Just think of it as an investment in a much better relationship with your dog and a more peaceful life for both of you.
Seriously, making an informed choice now is going to pay off every single day. So here's to you and your dog enjoying all the best parts of living in Concord, from calm coffee runs on Pleasant Street to happy hikes at Bear Brook.